Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today as we take a look at Salesforce and specifically the Salesforce Sales Cloud solution. And this isn't just any demo webinar. Today, we'll take a look at how someone in sales actually utilizes the Salesforce Sales Cloud solution on a day-to-day basis with a day-in-the-life scenario over the next 25 minutes. Now, to back it up a bit, for those that don't know me, I'm Chad Collette, the Director of Marketing here at Ledger Partners. We're a business and technology consulting company who partners with organizations to transform their sales, their marketing, and customer service operations and processes that are supported by core technologies like CRM solutions like Salesforce, of which Ledgeview is a silver consulting partner. Now, in addition to information on Salesforce and all the cloud solutions they have to offer, LedgewPartners.com has a wealth of educational resources that I highly encourage you to check out. These cover sales, marketing, customer service, user adoption, and a whole lot more. From ebooks and infographics to case studies and on-demand videos, we try to provide resources that will help you excel at your job with the tools you've invested in. Now, before we get into the core of today's webinar, I just got a couple of standard housekeeping details to cover. First up, today's webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand after the session. All attendees will receive a follow-up email after the webinar is complete with a link to access the full demo. Now, if you haven't already, please add @LedgerPartners.com to your safe senders list so it ensures that you get our emails. And if you happen to find us in a clutter, junk, or spam, please mark us as a safe sender. Now, we encourage you to share any of our resources within your company and also refer us to anyone that may have an interest in Salesforce or that has Salesforce and is looking to get more from their investment. Now, to ensure the best audio quality, we have everyone on listen-only mode. But if you have a question or a comment, please submit those in the question pane in your GoToWebinar control panel. We will follow up with you afterwards as we do have a full agenda today and want to be respectful of everyone's time. Now that our housekeeping items are out of the way, I want to introduce today's presenter, Tom Lemeron. Tom is a pre-sales engineer at Ledger Partners and a true CRM enthusiast. Tom holds multiple certifications in Salesforce, as well as Microsoft Dynamics 365 and CRM, and has presented on CRM at conferences across the country. Tom, thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate it, Chad. Thanks for having me. So let's jump right into what we're going to be looking at today. As Chad mentioned, we're going to be looking at how to manage, day-to-day activities of a salesperson. We'll be looking at the sales process and how Salesforce Sales Cloud can manage the sales process from leads and opportunities. Of course, we'll be jumping into the mobile capabilities that Salesforce has and the strong capabilities and all the features and functionality you have at your fingertips, no matter where you're at. And then we'll show you, once you log all this data, the strong analytics and dashboards and reporting capability that Salesforce provides. So I think that's enough of the PowerPoint presentation. So let's jump right into Salesforce to see what this tool looks like. All right. So now we are accessing Salesforce Sales Cloud. So I'm actually in a trial instance. So why I do this in a trial instance is that I just want to show you the power and the capabilities that Salesforce has pretty much out of the box. As with any platform tool, we're here to help configure and to help flow with your processes and understand what your processes are and really get the tool to help you manage your business process. But today, what I'm really going to show you is just the power of the Sales Cloud platform. So I am just accessing Salesforce right now for this first part of the demo just through a web browser. This can be accessed through any web browser, just through a URL and access to Salesforce. And then as we go through here at the end of the demo, I'll show you the capabilities through the mobile device. But right now, let's just jump into here. So the day in the life scenario is that I am a sales rep. I am coming in today, and I just want to understand what I'm working on, what I'm doing, and then dive into some of my accounts and my opportunities and my leads that I'll be working with. So the first thing I'm going to do is that when I log into Salesforce, it brings me to what they call the home page. Right now, what this is showing me is just giving me my performance and showing me where I'm at compared to where I need to be at the end of the quarter. So this is just a quarterly performance indicator right now. And if I notice it's, I'm doing pretty well where I'm at. And if I keep on this trajectory, I'll be able to meet my goal, which is $250,000 by the end of, by the end of March. So currently how I'm doing right now looks really good. But what's more important than just seeing how I'm doing it from a performance standpoint, it's more critical to me to do what I need to be doing today and help me just make sure that I can meet my goals inside of here. So that's where this assistant on the right-hand side really comes into play. So what this provides me is that here's some opportunities and some different activities and different things that we'll be looking at here that it's just coming through and it's saying, hey, you haven't had an activity coming up with some of this stuff, or there's some areas that maybe are overdue that you should be looking at. So what I'm going to be looking at here is that I notice I have some things 30 days without an activity. So I know that I'm going to be working with LedgeView today. So I want to be looking at some of these activities, and I'm just going to look at some of the details here around it. I see that the date's coming up pretty quickly. So I want to create a new task so that I can, follow up, making sure I'm not losing anything on here. So right from here, I'm going to create a new task. I'm going to say follow up with Lisa. I'm going to find who I want this. I know it's Lisa Benson. I want to be following up here, and I'm going to put a due date of tomorrow on this because I know I need to be following up on this pretty quickly. I'm going to save on this, and now the assistant just logically just shows me the next things I need to be working on or what I should be looking at. More than just these items, I need to be looking at what I need to be doing today. So here are my tasks that I need to be completing today. And so I know I already talked to Mark about partnership opportunities, so I'm going to complete that one. And I did review the pricing proposal already for Carol. So I can complete that one. Now I just have to make sure I can call John. I don't remember who John is, to be honest. So I'm just going to hover over John. Oh yeah, he works at Global Media. And then right from here, I'm able to, call John if I want to talk to him right now to, complete my task list. So now I can see what I'm doing today, but the one I don't like to look at is that what is it overdue? What have I been, lacking on? So I can go to my overdue ones, and now I can really work through all my different areas and talk through the different items on who I, kind of work through my task list and my overdue task list here. Then also it's nice to show you or to show me that I have some events coming up today and when they are and where I need to be at, so I can just make sure that I'm not late to any of my items. There is more information that can be put on this homepage for me, but right there, those are kind of the main areas that just help me as a salesperson get up to speed, start working through my task list, and really making sure nothing is falling between the cracks. So now that I kind of know what my day looks like, I need to dive into a specific account that I need to be working on called LedgeView Partners. So I'm going to go up here and search for LedgeView. And notice when it's doing the search, it brings up everything that's associated with LedgeView. So there's accounts, there's opportunities, there's contacts. You can kind of see a counter and kind of see the different areas that it's looking at. And so very easily, I can look at all the information for a specific term I'm searching for, and then I'm going to dive right into one of these areas. So I'm going to start at the account level. The account level inside of Salesforce is the central area that I can get a 360-degree view of everything that's happening with that account. So I'm going to go and open up LedgeView Partners. The first thing that you're going to notice is when I go into LedgeView Partners is that I see the details of about the account on the left-hand side, and then I see the activity and kind of the timeline of what's happening with this account. As I scroll down on here, I get a nice little visual on where I'm at for opportunities. And so I know at LedgeView, I have $250,000 worth of opportunities I can be, so that's why I want to work on this account. This is a big account that I need to help close this month or this quarter. To do that, I see that I have a couple of things that I need to be working on. Here is that task that I just created. This was from my homepage, so I need to follow up with Lisa. And notice, if I want to see some details about this, I can go into here and say, okay, it's following up with Lisa, but it's related to this opportunity. I can't remember exactly what that opportunity is about, so I'm just going to hover over this and just see some of the high level, highlight information. I can tell when the close date's coming up in a couple of weeks, what the amount is, and so now I know that I what I need to be working on. So I got to follow up with Lisa and Jalinda. I don't think I'm going to be able to follow up Jalinda tomorrow, so I'm just going to change this date quickly so I don't have it go overdue. I'm just going to change this to the next day, so I'm going to change this to Friday. All right. And then let me just see what else other tasks I have. So I can view some more tasks here. I have an appointment. I have some more tasks, meeting with Rob and with Lisa further down. Okay. Now let me just look at the related records that are part of this. So I'm going to go over here to the related section, and I can hover over here and just kind of see the different information based on what's on here. Otherwise, I can just scroll down and just see kind of information. I can look at the contacts, I can look at the opportunities, I can look at the open cases in here. But as I mentioned, what I really want to be focusing on today is really managing my opportunities and kind of my pipeline. So with that, I'm going to go into here and see the opportunity that is closing the soonest, and I'm going to open up this opportunity. So now I'm in the opportunity form, and as you have noticed, as I have flowed through Salesforce, all of these forms are very similar. So the user adoption of Salesforce is very high, and the reason for it is that as you start using the system, it just flows together. Everything is just very neat and clean, and the same capabilities to hover over things are available wherever I see that. So I can hover over any of these areas, and it just shows me related items. So just the navigation inside of Salesforce is very similar for me to be able to go through this very quickly. So I'm going to go and look at these details of this opportunity, but more importantly, I want to see this path. I want to look at where I'm at inside of here. So if I hover over here, I notice that I've been on the qualification stage. I did the things I needed to do for qualification already. I did the stuff I needed to do for the analysis or the needs analysis portion. I found out what the amount was. I got the close date. I had my discovery call. Now I'm in this proposed stage right now. I just need to do the ROI analysis, and I know I did that with them, so I'm going to check this as completed, and I'm going to complete that. And then notice it gives me some ideas or information on what I should be doing on this path or in this stage. So I have done these items, so I'm going to mark this stage as complete, and I'm going to go to the next one. So now in the negotiation phases, it gives me some, again, success metrics I should be looking at. And through this, as I'm working through this Ledger's very happy with this one. So in fact, I'm going to go back here, look at some of the information. So I did this follow-up with Lisa. I did that follow-up with her. She's happy with it, so I'm just going to complete that. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go and close this opportunity. So I can go and say mark this as complete. Now I can say did I win or did I lose it? Of course I won this, and now I can save. And now, very easily, I was able to go into an opportunity. I was able to see where I was at within my sales process, and I was able to keep going through the process, understanding the fields, understanding the ideas or the success metrics that will help me through the way. And then I was very easily able to close this opportunity. So this was working with a one opportunity that I was being able to drive from the account into the opportunity. So now what I want to do is that I want to actually manage my whole pipeline. So I have a meeting coming up where I got to meet with my sales manager, and I need to manage my whole pipeline. So I'm actually going to go out here and notice I have opportunities out here. I'm going to open up this area for opportunities, and it's opened up in Kanban view. And so what this allows me to do now is that it allows me to see all of my opportunities that are assigned to me that are still open and that are actively in my sales process or my path. And now from this screen, again, notice I have some warnings in some of these areas. So there's been no activities or no activities for the past 30 days. So it allows me to, be able to make sure that I'm not dropping anything, but more importantly, I can really start managing where I'm at. I'm like, oh, I know this led you one is actually in the proposal stage, so I'm going to move that to proposal stage. This one had to go back to the proposal stage. So notice as I just drag and drop these around here, it automatically changes the stage that I'm in, but then it also manages and automatically calculates where I'm at in my different stages here. So, this is a very nice tool for me to manage my whole sales pipeline. It's also able, it also allows me to really, almost in a real-time sense, just see where I'm at in my pipeline and be able to manage it very quickly. So now that I feel I have a good handle on my sales pipeline, I need to start working on the area that is going to feed my pipeline, which is my leads area. So I'm going to go into my leads area inside of here. Click on leads. Same thing, I have my different views. So here are some of the leads that I have been working with recently. I'm going to go and open up Andy's lead record. All right, just like as inside of a opportunity, there's also a path inside of a lead that I can utilize to really help me make sure that I'm converting and qualifying these leads. So again, same concept. It goes to the different areas. I can mark the different areas as complete, and then it just gives me guidelines on how I should be doing things and what fields I should be filling in per stage I'm working through. But as I'm working through this, I can actually go into here and I'm working with Andy. I talked with Andy. Andy's doing well, and he wants to move forward to the next level. So the first thing I want to do is that I'm going to go into here and I'm going to log an activity and I'm going to log a new task. So what this task is that I want to follow up with Andy about the opportunity. So that's what he wanted me to do. Helps if I know how to spell. And then I can put a due date on here. So I'm just going to put a due date of February 4th. And it's set up here. Okay, then I'm just going to hit save to save this new task. All right, so now notice it's in my timeline. I did the review already. And so after we did that review, now we have this follow-up. I want to convert this. So what I mean by that is that I want to take this lead and I want to put it into my sales pipeline. So how do I do that? Very easily. I have a convert process up here. And what this convert process does is that it'll show you what it does. It's going to create an account, it's going to create a contact, and it's going to create an opportunity. So from here, I can either say, yes, I know that Andy, I have not worked with him before. I've not worked with his company before. So I want to create a new account. I want to create a new contact, and I want to create a new opportunity. Now, again, if you look at here, I can actually select to use existing records so I don't create the duplicates. And then let's just say I'm working with Andy and it's just a good contact I have, but there's not a opportunity right now for an opportunity. I can actually not create the opportunity from this, but still convert this to an account and contact so that he's in my main list, not staying in my leads. So at least you can see that I'm converting my leads and working through that information. So let me convert this. And like I said, behind the scenes, it will create the new records and then voila, you have your new records created. I can go right from this area quickly and navigate to any of these areas. So I'm going to open up that opportunity. And now we can, see everything that's happening and notice that task that I created on the lead followed it onto the opportunity. So anything I do on the lead, I'm not losing anything. So I think one of the biggest complaints that salespeople, and myself included, have is that I hate to dual entry. I hate entering in data more than once. When you're using the Salesforce Sales Cloud platform, you should only have to enter in the data once, and it will just flow through the system as you're walking through your process. So as we're doing that's great. I showed you all the detail. Now I just want to take a step back and look at the analytics. I want to see what happens, with all this data that I'm entering into the system. Where's it going? What is it doing? And how can I take a overall view or a larger picture? And that's where Salesforce really has a powerful dashboard and reporting capabilities. So I'm going to open up an existing dashboard here. I'm going to open up this key metrics dashboard. And now from all the data that I have entered into Salesforce, I am now able to see this nice dashboard and just breaking down by the different datas. I can see, my gauges. I can see cards about different things. I can see pipelines. I can actually see lists of records that I want to be, looking at or working on. So it's a very dynamic how I have these dashboards laid out. And then within a dashboard, I can actually drill into this data. So if I want to go in here and see what this data looks like, it drills into the report that created the data behind the scenes. And then now I'm able to take a look at all the records that are associated with that data on there. And notice these are all hyperlinked too. So if I want to go into here and I want to take a look at what these are, I can go and take a look at that one I just closed as one. And now this allows me to take a look at what this opportunity was. So I went from the dashboard, I drilled into the dashboard to see the details behind the scenes. And then I was able to go there and drive directly into what the opportunity record looked like from my dashboard. So that is my planning session. So that is what I do when I'm in the office, either at my home office or in the office at work. And, I'm planning and I'm maintaining and I'm managing and doing stuff. What happens when I'm on the road? What does it look like when I don't have my computer or my laptop open and I want to be working on this, or I need to be, looking at records or managing records? That is where the mobile application comes into play. So let me take a second here to switch over to the mobile application. While I am doing that, I do want to state that the mobile application comes with the license. It's downloadable in either Android or iOS or iPhones. So it is free, it's included. All you need is a login into your Salesforce environment, of course. So I'm going to switch over here. Okay. All right. So now I am on my phone. So I'm on an Android device. But the first thing I want to show you is that I'm on a screen right now called Today. So this is very similar to like the home screen that we were talking about that we were using on the web. But what this gives me is that gives me my list of tasks that I've been working on. I can look at recent records that I've been working on, some news for the industry and the different accounts that I'm working with. And then I can have some, again, executive dashboards or just different dashboards or different things on inside of here so that I can see what I'm doing. This is just a really quick thing. Again, if I want to be managing my accounts or managing my different information very quickly, or what I want to be doing, I can do it right from this home or from this today's screen. But I want to do what I was doing before. I'm going to LedgeView Partners for a meeting today, and I just need to look up before I walk in to make sure that there's no surprises. So I'm going to go into here and do a lookup here and just type in Ledge, do a search for LedgeView, and I get the same results. So I get my accounts, I get my contacts, I get my opportunities that we're looking at. So I'm going to go and look at the account record. So from here, I can look at the details about the account, of course. I can see my account summary, what I have, but more importantly, I can see where the address information is about this account. If I just click on the map, of course, it brings me to my navigation capabilities inside of Dynamics. So then I'm able to get directions and do all that inside of my phone here. So I'm going to exit out of here. I can also go and look at related records on here. So I'm going to go and look at my related records. I want to make sure that there's nothing open, that, any open issues. So I can see cases that are on here. This is just a nice little feature. Even though this is still the Sales Cloud, I can do service cases in here so I can know what's happening from a quality perspective. So I notice I have a case closed, but then I have an issue right now. They have an issue that they open up with shipping. It looked like it was open today. Now this at least gives me information. I can open this up to find out more information about about this. So I can go to the details and just look at what's happening on here. They didn't receive all their items. So now I can walk in here and actually identify it, but not be not be surprised that something is happening. Let me go back into the account. But what I'm really here for is talk through the opportunities. So notice now that one opportunity for 350 already closed as one. So the data is updated real time inside of my app. The app has an online mode and an offline mode. Of course, it won't be updated on offline, but the capability is there to take your device offline if you don't have mobile or Wi-Fi service. The other nice thing is that when I open up one of these opportunities, I have the same path going on here. So notice on the top here, it's telling me I'm in the proposal stage. It is telling me what are the key fields in that proposal phase, and then also, what is that guidance for success. As I keep scrolling down, I can see more and more fields that are specific to the opportunity that I'm on. So I can do everything that I'm doing on the desktop, I can do on my mobile device. Now, again, I'm probably not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be managing all my opportunities, but from a quick view standpoint, it's a very powerful tool. But as we're on here, let's just say, I'm working on this opportunity and I need to talk to somebody and I want to document that. I can just go to this quick action menu on the bottom and go to log a call. And now what it's saying is that it's related to the record that I'm on. So it's related to this opportunity. And if I go here to say, to document the information, I can use my voice to text capability that's on my mobile device. Here's the information about the opportunity. And I'm able to save this back. So now when we go to related, and I look at my different activities, I can look at the activity history, and here is that call that we just logged on here. And I'm able to see here and just, see the information. So again, now people that are back in the office or looking at any of these accounts would be able to see those activities and those information that you're doing real time because it's connected through your mobile device. The last thing I want to show you on mobile is just the navigation. So everything is available to me on the phone. So notice we talked about today. We looked at, the accounts, the contacts. So if I just need to look at different list views, I'm able to do that. But I'm also able to look at dashboards too. So here's that dashboard that we were looking at on the device. The only difference with the mobile is that it's just a smaller screen. So now I just scroll up and down to see what the dashboard looks like. But I still have the ability to look at all this information from my mobile device, so I'm not losing anything and I can be up to date no matter where I am or what device I'm using. So with that, I hope today has been informational to you, and I'm going to pass it back to Chad now.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Really appreciate all that great information and that powerful demonstration of how salespeople can take advantage of Salesforce on a daily basis to connect with their customers, to create opportunities, and to really win more deals. Now, as I mentioned earlier at the start of the webinar, LedUPartners.com has a wide variety of resources, not only geared towards Salesforce, but also thought leadership assets for those in sales, customer service, marketing, management, as well as CRM administration. We're here to be your guide to CRM success. Now, if you liked what you saw today, and I want to remind you that this is only scratching the surface of what Salesforce can do, the very best way to see how this solution can make an impact on your company is with a personal demonstration. Please contact us and let us know a date and a time that would work best for you to take a deeper dive of Salesforce. And with that, I want to thank you for joining us today, and I really hope we can connect soon. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Bye.